Good morning, Scorpio. How's everybody doing? I feel like my camera is kind of fuzzy. I'm not exactly sure why, and I'm not very technical, so I'll have somebody look at it later. But how's everybody doing? I hope everybody is healthy. I hope everybody is returning to normalcy as much as they can. I know I am. So this will be the Scorpio reading, and as you guys know, I am Scorpio too, so I'm reading for myself. I pulled some of my other decks out that I haven't used for a while. Ooh. This is really one of my favorite decks. I'm surprised I haven't been using it, but I had to kind of, I had to use some other decks for a while because I use this one to where I'm surprised there's any print or pictures left on them because it's my favorite. It's my tiny deck. All right, so I will pull some oracle cards now. Once again, I pulled out some of my other decks. I try to kind of alternate and rotate them in and out and use what I'm guided to use. Anybody who would like to know where they're at on their particular journey and what kind of blocks that they have right now for manifesting their highest good in their physical world, I am doing $40 readings right now, personal readings, and I can let you know what is blocking you, what you need to work on. Give me an oracle card for Scorpio, please. Let's type up. And I take PayPal. I prefer Cash App. Also, Facebook Messenger. I'll send you the link to your very own YouTube video that only you and I can see, or whoever you share it with. And we got two. My Witch's Tarot deck. And I don't read reversals, so if you see me switched around, just know every now and then I'll be guided to read a reversal, but for the most part, nope. Wow. All right, and you know what? I don't usually use these. These are major arcana cards. They're only major arcana, but I am being used on this to clarify. All right, so the first card that we have is the Queen of Swords. So basically, there's still a lot of overthinking that you're doing, really overthinking yourself, things that are coming up. Now, understand, when we overthink, we create by what we believe to be true. Because we are indeed creating our physical reality at all times. And so whenever something comes up in your physical reality, it can be many things, because really it doesn't have any meaning unless you give meaning to it. So let's say, for example, something happens on your job, and you automatically start thinking, man, I know that this person's been out to get me for a long time. And you get real paranoid about it. And you start thinking about it, start dwelling on it, and before you know it, that has absolutely shown up in your physical reality. Or you could choose to believe that, this has happened for a reason. I don't know what it is, but this is just a stepping stone to get me to where I want to be, to what I want to have in my physical world. Try not to focus on what you don't want. The best thing to do, and what I've been doing, is I've been telling myself it just is. There's no story here. Now, once you can really start clearing out your fears and any self-limiting beliefs that you have, you can really start creating. But you really have to be in a neutral place first. Sorry, my allergies are bad today. So in order to do that, for a long time, and understand time's just an illusion, it's just energy, so work with me here. Just tell yourself it just is. There's no story here. I'm not going to tell myself anything about what happened. In fact, it's best to, find something else to do. Sometimes I have to do like a recipe or instructions or like a jigsaw puzzle or something that kind of keeps my mind busy, gives it something to chew on for a while. Meditation is really good, practice clearing your mind, not thinking about anything at all. We have the Green Man, initiative, fertilization, and action. And this is kind of what I was talking about seeds growing. You can take a situation and you can look at it like 3 or 4 different ways. If you do choose to give something that's shown up in your physical world meaning, go with the higher meaning. If you can start telling yourself, people treat me well. I have a list of things that I know to be true. This is how I started manifesting. And so I add a couple of things to it every day. I started with, I know I'm in good health. I know this. I'm not even going to worry about it. I know I'm going to have plenty of money. I'm not going to worry about it. And just really be grateful for these things and add to them every day and even use them as affirmations. And that is how you fertilize seeds of what you want. The Green Man is also really associated with nature. So try to get out more with nature, in nature. And it's warm out now. Walk outside barefoot. Really ground yourself. Center yourself. Become one with nature. And this is really where you will connect to your spiritual guidance. That's how I really learned to develop my intuition, was really connecting with nature and spending more time out by water. As a water sign, water is very important. And if you can really learn to be more like the water flows. There's no resistance. It doesn't let anything block it or get in the way. Okay, we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is very practical. But understand the wands are also about the spiritual world. And so the connection with the King of Wands is really being able to ground what you learn in the spiritual sense into your physical world. I had given an example, and I will share in the link, the description of the video on my new Facebook page, where I'm really sharing about my spiritual awakening and different things that I channel, downloads of information. And I was talking about how I, will hear a spiritual concept and understand, be very careful, make sure it really, truly does resonate with you. Because I learned so much stuff through like groups and stuff that I've left and whatnot that was not true. And then sometimes we hear things at the time that we need to hear them, and then it doesn't resonate with us anymore. Because as we're shedding that human conditioning, something might come in that we might hear that we need at that time, and then 2 months from now, we might be like, wow, that's not even true, but it's what you needed to hear at the time. So I'll hear a spiritual concept, and unless I actually experience it, it can't truly resonate with me, and I can't truly apply it to my life. Victory. Victory might not look like you think it should. We all have this end game in mind. We want, wealth, we want fame, we want love, we want these things, and that's the end game. Now, see, if you would have all these things when you wanted them, like I want them right now, humans want them right now, give it to me right now, there wouldn't be any growth. The ego has to be denied in order to grow. And I gave this example in a live Facebook video I made the other day. I did share the link on my channel. It's in the community section. You meet this person and, you're like, wow, I really want to be with them right now, like right now. But think about, if you guys had gotten together when you wanted to get together, would there have been as much growth as there has been? And the person that's really giving you hell, or seemingly giving you hell as far as love goes, is the one that's causing the most growth, because a lot of times we don't have any other, we can't do anything else but to go inward and really, learn our self-esteem, really step into that. You get to the point where you're like, fuck it, I deserve better than this, and I'm going to start working on myself. And before you know it, you do, and boom, if they're meant to be in your life, they come back and they evolve with you. So that's that energy I'm getting from that card. Victory is not going to look like you want it to, like your human mind thinks it should. It's all about growth, and that's never going to stop. There's no end game. It's just always you. In fact, how boring would it be just to get everything you want? And then, I mean, think about like wealthy people, like famous people. Are they happy? No, they're not. All right, we have the Ten of Cups. Tens are all about completion. But more than that, to me anymore, the tens have been more about highest possible outcome. Because the 10 is like the top of the deck. Think about a deck of cards. Okay, so this is your highest possible outcome. And sometimes we have to get out of our way. And we have to ask the universe, God, the divine, whatever you call the creator, for the highest possible outcome, and to get out of the way, and just to trust and have faith. Now, you can still do your list of things that you believe to be true, but pretty much you have to be in a really neutral place, in a really good place, before you really truly start consciously manifesting. Because it's like an onion, stripping away everything that's standing in the way of the highest possible outcome. Really detaching from your mind and the beliefs and things that, you've believed forever that are not necessarily true now. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So a lot of times when we have a real soulful connection with someone, especially, a twin flame connection. I've been on a twin flame journey, even though I don't talk about it a lot anymore, because it really is just the true spiritual journey. And the twin flame is actually the catalyst for it. It's not a romance at all. It's not all people come into our lives. I mean, it may start off as a romance, okay? Because that's what our soul has attracted for us. Because would you have pursued it if it were not a romantic connection? Okay. But it's about more than that. It's about, some people come into our lives to help us remember who we are as a soul, and not who we aren't, our mind, and what we believe and what we've been conditioned to believe. So a lot of times when we have this real soulful connection with someone, and like I said, it could be a soulmate, it could be a twin flame. People come into our lives for different reasons at different times. We start seeing their name everywhere. We start seeing things that remind us of them. Maybe it's their car, For me, it's an area code or a name. This is your soul letting you know, first of all, that you are on the right path, and letting you know that there's more to this connection than just romance. Romance, believe it or not, is actually very fear-based. If you think about any relationship you've ever started, okay, it's based on fear. Is this person going to text me again? Are they talking to anybody else? Are they still interested? Fear-based. So you really have to kind of transcend that and see past that and really learn what love does look like. Past life relationship, you've known each other before. So yes, that's what I was saying. So if you were seeing this person's name everywhere, or anything that reminds you of this person, it's letting you know that this is a very soulful connection, and you have known each other before. And a lot of us have known each other before. Like, in fact, most of the people that you know, like your family, friends, or whatever, you've known each other before, your soul family, soul clan. You've traveled these different timelines or lifetimes together. We have the Death card. So understand that this connection that you have with this person, the way that it came in, so fear-based, and I understand it had to have been really, really fear-based. I've been there, more so than others. It had to die because it could not continue the way that it was. And also, this was a gift from the universe for you to really take that time to go inward and to really work on yourself and get to know yourself on a soul level and to really learn what love is. And if you can really stop thinking about love in terms of attachment, like if this person really loved me, they would just be stuck up my ass. They would never want to leave my side. They'd be scared to death to leave me. Not love. Love is when somebody enables you to become the best version of yourself. And sometimes it's painful. Wealthy man. So, and this could be a wealthy woman. So this person that you're involved with, they've really been working on themselves too. And they have achieved more success. Because understand, everything that's happening is preparing you for what you've asked for. But you can't be so focused on the thing that you're asking for because it keeps it away. Because when you focus on the thing that you want, you're sending out the signal into the universe that you don't have what you want. Now, the universe is going to match that frequency. So you're focused on what you don't want. And what is it that you don't want? You don't want to be without this person, but yet you're focused on it. You're missing them. You're longing for them. And that's the energy you're going to be stuck in. But this other person has been working on themselves, and they have achieved some success. But the spiritual guidance that's coming in right now is to stay focused on yourself in spite of all that. Stop worrying about what they're doing, saying, thinking, and focus on you. Because when you focus on you, guess what? That draws the attention to you. It makes you more magnetic, makes you more attractive. All right, we have the Ace of Discs, which is the Pentacles in other decks. And this is of the physical world. So you are giving a brand new chance to create what you really truly want instead of those subconscious thoughts and fears that have been attracting things in your world that you don't want. So you've been given a gift by the universe, a fresh start. And the other spiritual guidance that's coming in is don't think about anything that's happened in the past. Because you know what? The past no longer exists, and it's not even real anymore. The only moment that's real is the present moment, because the past is gone, and the only way the past keeps returning is if you keep focusing on it, keep talking about it, keep dwelling on it. So focus on this fresh start, being very, very present in the present moment. Don't even worry about the future, because the way that we create the future is by being present in the present moment and being very focused on your energy. We have fire, passion. Now, when I pulled this card out, the very first thing I thought about was that somebody's involved with a fire sign. I mean, I'm not getting anything more than that, but somebody's involved with a fire sign. Now, this also, this passion. Now, be very careful that you don't confuse fear with passion, because fear can be confused with passion. Those butterflies you get in your stomach. Because real love which, you know, I had stated in one of my videos the other day, most people will never experience true love, what really truly is love, in their lifetime, because they don't even know what it looks like. Now, understand, at our core, we are love at our core. That is what we are, but we've forgotten. We have soul amnesia. We're still, a lot of us are still, you know, somewhat asleep, not fully awake to who we really truly are. So, with that being said, make sure you know what love is. Love is not having this codependent, this addictive connection to someone where you just can't leave each other alone. Oh, it's just that crazy love. They fight and they get back together again. That is not love. Love is loving somebody right where they're at right now, and accepting things for how they are. Love is freedom. All right, we have the Ten of Discs. And remember, I said that 10 is the highest possible outcome. So you do have the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Discs. This is in your love life, and this is in your physical world. Could be your finances. This is whatever is showing up in your physical world. So what I'm getting is that you have done a lot of work. I mean, a lot of work, and you are more balanced now. And so these two things could be coming together, which means that this strong spiritual connection that you have be grounding itself into your physical world. And it's going to show up. I feel that very strongly because it's clarified by the Sun card, which is the most positive card in the deck. This reading just gives me chills. It does. But with this Ten of Cups and this Ten of Discs together in this reading, along with the Sun card, with this Wealthy Man card, with this Victory card, this is a very positive reading. So I really feel like a lot of things are going to be showing up in your physical world because of you have been very focused on your energy, and you are aware of the fact that you're creating your reality. And a lot of you have been watching my videos for a while. And it's my hope. Yes, I kind of started this channel because I was like, man, I want to, you know, I want wealth, I want fame, I want this, I want that. And now I have like a select following of people. You know, before I wanted like a whole bunch of viewers, and then I'd have people kind of arguing back and forth and say negative things in the comment section, and I'd have to disable my comments. And I was like, oh my God, this is not the energy I wanted. This is not what I want. But now, since I know that this is really my divine mission, and what the intention that I have set is that my messages resonate with people, to spark something in them to where they're able to kind of wake up from their soul sleep and start realizing that, you know what, I am the captain of this ship and I can create whatever reality that I want to. And I see that you're doing that, and it just makes my heart sing, and I've done that as well. And this reading was beautiful for me as well, because like I said, these are things that I've really been working on too. So I'm right there with you guys. Thank you very much for watching, Scorpio.